You know, if you study the dogs in Paris, you'll actually learn a lot about the French. Like Orson. If you don't find him in his regular spot at the cafe, he's strolling around the neighborhood, just as the French love to do. Several times a day, he'll cover 10 or 15 blocks in his jaunts. The embodiment of savoir faire, because Paris, it said, is a city of 1,000 villages, and this one belongs to Orson. Yeah, he was almost run over by a car once, but that was years ago, and he's learned his lesson. Now, his master, Stephen, who owns the cafe, he never worries.
Bon, mais parfois, il s'en va un peu plus loin quand il y a une chienne un peu qui est en chaleur. Et les gens, après, souvent, ils me le refont traverser.
Orson knows he's special and expects everyone in the neighborhood to acknowledge it.
Le matin quand il arrive, il va lire ses emails qu'on lui a laissés pendant la nuit.
I've known Orson now for about 5 years, and I like Orson, and Orson hates me. I don't know whether he hates me. It's just that he's sort of, it's more a question of disdain. Invariably, he looks at me a little bit like this.
Voila, he's blasé, expects preferential treatment, and if he doesn't know you, well, he'd just as soon not know you. This, mon ami, is a Parisian. He lives in perhaps the dog-friendliest city on earth. For instance, my friend Drew Harre, he's the proprietor of Fish, where just a few years ago I saw a dog join his master for a plate of pasta.
And then the other day when he finally got the pasta, he asked for Parmesan because the dog wouldn't eat it without Parmesan.
But don't get the impression that Paris gives carte blanche to dog owners. I mean, they are supposed to pick up after their animal.
There are definitely poop and scoop laws here, but it depends on who's enforcing them.
Wendy Lynn edits a blog called The Paris Kitchen. And after living here for 22 years, she can tell you...
There's a system in place in Paris called System D.
That's D for dog.
Which is the legal way of breaking laws.
You see, on the one hand, their legal code dates back to Napoleon. On the other, contempt for authority is another French passion.
So dogs are not allowed to walk in parks, but
you may see them there anyway, because the model for French government dates back to the 17th century. It's called laissez-faire, or, leave it alone. It's confusing, but so are the French. Though, look, in fairness to them, they really love dogs. I mean, consider what this creature might encounter if they didn't. So Orson may exude that gentil joie de vivre, because any limits imposed on him
are open to interpretation. If your dog minds his own business and you're a good owner, then you can pretty much, there are no laws in France for dogs.
C'est la vie.